Hey, how's it going? So it is packing time. So we got this bag, which looks a lot bigger than it is. It's actually got two sleeping bags in it and some camping gear, backpacking gear. And then we're packing up our stuff, putting it away. We're staying at a friend's house here in California, and we're going to kind of pack most of our stuff away because we're on a trip. We're going to take another trip, another adventure. We're actually headed to a place called Idaho in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. And we are just kind of packing and sorting up our stuff, getting ready for the trip. We leave first thing in the morning tomorrow for the airport, and we're actually going to buy a new truck. We have a really cool Ford F-250 here, great truck, but this other one is a Ford F-250, and it's got more power. It's actually a year newer, and it only has 70,000 miles on it. And so we're stoked. It has a slide-in camper, but we'll go through that whole thing when we get to Idaho. I'll share that with you. But I just wanted to show you a couple things. This in particular is actually a drum I made from an elk. Is an animal here in North America, large game animal, and I made this hand drum. It's a pretty amazing drum though. It's all done naturally with the tanning and the hair removal on there. Whole story behind that, but a pretty amazing drum. And yeah, so but anyways, I got my fly fishing stuff, got all our rods and reels you saw us unpack, and I'm just packing up some of that because I'm taking it with us because we're going to do fishing. We're going to do some backpacking probably, and just an adventure over the next week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll be back to California. But I'll bring along for the adventure. But it starts with packing, and packing's always a pain in the ass because I always overpack. So I'm trying to go over and over and over and eliminate stuff as I go, so that we're not taking a lot of weight. Anyways, that's all. All right, I'll check back in. Bye. Going. So we're here at the airport. We got Wanagi. She's just kicking back down here by my feet. We're actually at the airport here in San Diego, California. We're getting ready to leave for another adventure. I'm not going to tell you where yet. You're going to have to watch the rest of this video to find that out. But we're jumping on a plane. We got a backpack. We got a smaller pack with my laptop so I can edit videos along the way. And we've got some fly rods right there. You see these? Here.
Attention in the boarding area.
There's fly fishing rods, two different size rods. And she has saddlebags in her bag, and that's packed away in a suitcase I actually threw under the plane, with some sleeping bags and stuff. So something exciting's coming. We're gonna have a good adventure over the next week and a half to 2 weeks. We're gonna bring you along, but I'm excited to get out of San Diego for a break before winter comes, because where we're going, winter's going to be coming pretty shortly. So it's kind of the fall right now. It's I know these videos are behind a little bit, but right now it's about it's the 1st of September, or I mean 1st of October actually today. So it's the 1st of October actually today, and we're going to be heading to somewhere really amazing, really beautiful, and you're going to enjoy it. Definitely we'll have a few videos over the series of this. So yeah, so it's October 1st, it's the fall, so there'll be a lot of trees changing, leaves changing, things like that, and it's going to be pretty amazing little trip, but we'll bring you along. Wanagi's just sacked out. We got ourselves a first class seat on the plane. It's only a 2.5 hour flight, but I got a first class seat just so she'd have room to be on the plane at my feet. She's my service animal if you didn't know or seen her in other videos, but because of that I just follow the rules, file my paperwork, and she's able to travel on the plane with me, and she's well behaved and trained to do that, so it's awesome. But anyways, yeah, we're just here in San Diego airport, and we'll see you on the other side when we land. All right, peace out.
Oh, rib fracture.
How's it going? So check it out. It's our camper. I'm going to show you a little more of that later. Right now I got my fly rod. I'm using a 5-weight rod. It's the weight of the rod and the weight of the line. And then I'm just feeding my line through here. I'll show you this. So what I do is I fold the line over. I make a small little loop in the fly line. And then the eyes, right, are right like this. And then it's so much easier. Just push it through like that instead of trying to use one of the the ends of the small line. You see this? Look, it just pops right through there real easy. I can do it really fast when you're in a hurry to get down and fish somewhere because someone else is going to sneak into your spot. It's a good thing to know. But yeah, so we're at a place called Silver Creek Nature Conservancy. It's here in actually Blaine County, Idaho, Sun Valley, Ketchum, Idaho. It's in the south central of Idaho. This is actually an amazing place. It's a blue ribbon trout stream, catch and release only, nature conservancy, and it's fly fishing only here. It's fly fishing only, so no spinning bait or anything crazy like that, or throwing a worm out there. You have to use flies. And if you don't know what fly fishing is, keep watching my channel because I'm going to be doing some casting instruction and some other things on entomology, which is the study of insects. Because that's the reason why I like fly fishing so much. I had to stop doing it because of so many spine surgeries. And before my last spine surgery, I was really unstable and I couldn't walk on uneven surfaces. And I would fall and all that. But since that last surgery, it's really given me some more stability. So I wanted to start fly fishing again. And so I came to Idaho to pick up the camper here. And like I said, I'll give you a tour of it later when Augie's inside just kicking back on the bed. I got the windows open. It's a little warm still, but sun's going down pretty quick here. We might get maybe an hour of fishing in, which is awesome. I haven't fished this in literally 23 years was the last time I was up here fly fishing. I pretty much gave it up shortly after that. 23 years ago, and haven't been back since. But like I said, we're revisiting an old favorite of ours, and we used to fly fish all the time. We'd even come here at night in the full moon, and tonight there's going to be a partial full moon, but not a full one yet. But we'd fish out here for the big brown trout that would come out at night, and you throw a mouse fly, a huge mouse fly, or something like a popper, big poppers that float on the surface and make them splash a little bit. And those big brown trout are really aggressive. But anyways, we're gonna go fish a place called the Shark Tank. I just threw the drone up around the conservancy. It's a beautiful area. Wanagi's got to stay in the car because there's a lot of moose out here around here, and they don't like the dogs, and we don't want to spook the wildlife. I talked to the guy who manages the place, and there's no real policy on service animals, and I should be able to take her down there, but you know, it's okay. She can sit in the car for a little bit and I'll be okay. I'm just walking down about maybe 50 yards down the trail to a little slough. It's called a slough, and it's fed by a spring under the ground. This whole place is a spring creek. So this spring flows down through the valley of Sun Valley underground through limestone and then comes up here against these mountains behind me here. The other side is the desert towards Nevada and towards Nevada, and this way is north, this way, and the water comes off of the ski hill and the mountains up there because they're beautiful mountains over here, and it comes down through there, and it's an amazing constant temperature all year round. And that's why these trout survive here all winter, because the water doesn't freeze. Small parts in the sloughs freeze, but most of it doesn't freeze. And there's amazing aquatic insect life in here. And there's some monsters. They call it the Shark Tank because there's huge rainbows in here. And then at nighttime, full moon, and I've seen it, you'll see V's like a boat wake moving through the water because there's big brown trout here with hooked jaws and teeth. It's amazing. It's a fun place to be, beautiful place. You'll see by that drone footage I put up. And well, anyways, we're going to get started, get fishing. I'm going to bring the GoPro along and hopefully we'll catch a fish. I'll have the GoPro on my hat, so I'll be able to turn it on if we catch a fish, and you'll see us fighting the fish and maybe even see us casting a little bit. But we got more tutorial videos going to be coming up on my channel. So please keep joining us. Thanks for checking out my channel. We'll see ya. floating on the water. So just right out here. That right in front of us, there's all that rings coming our way, and then that bunch of sudsy, looks like bubbles and shit. We just got our fly taken off our thing because I'm terrible at tying knots now. But at least we got a take, and it was awesome. But I definitely need to tie better knots, and I'm using 6X. So I'm gonna put a parachute Adams on, and I'm gonna try and tie a better knot. We got our stuff over here on the shore, but I think I'm gonna put it on me because I thought it was a little deeper. This actually used to be up to my waist, or I mean up to just above my waders. So I know you guys can't see me, but it's this is called the shark tank. And the reason why is it's a sandy bottom with like a lot of these kind of weeds growing up in it. But there's these big sandy areas, and the big trout kind of do circles around here and move from one sandy area to the next. And in front of us, there's probably 4 or 5 large, like 20-inch trout swimming in here right now. So we're gonna get another fly on and see if we can't get this little monkey. We'll put a different fly on this time, but at least they like that fly. That's a good sign. So we're not out of the ballpark. And I could probably wear my thing here, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Hello. Hello, Bunky. Hello, monkey. You want to come outside? Come on. You come out here. Hi. Be careful. Okay. Careful, careful. Jeez Louise. Okay. Hang out. Hang out, kid. Oy. Hey. Come here, rodent.
Hi, what are you doing? I missed you. I did. I went fishing. I did. I went in the water. I know. It was crazy.
Hey, how's it going? So we're in the camper when Augie's getting a drink. It's nighttime. We just finished going to Silver Creek. It's a famous fishing place here in Idaho in the United States for fly fishing only. Catch and release place. Huge brown trout, huge rainbows. We hooked one big rainbow in the shark tank, which is where we were fishing, but we didn't land it. My knot broke, and that's a rookie mistake because I haven't actually fished in a long time. Well, tying a lot of knots anyways, and so I'm gonna have to really practice my knots again because that's most important, because you're using really small tippets because you got to trick the fish because they're really smart, because they get fished to a lot and they get catch and release, and they learn every time they get caught and get smarter and smarter. But anyways, this is the camper. This is actually, this turns into a table but also doubles as an extra bed, and this is kind of Wanagi's little bed. She's got her little rabbit. Don't you? You got your little rabbit? Yeah, and she usually kicks here, and then that bed up there is mine. And then this whole thing, the roof collapses down. You see these bar things, and it actually comes down and folds down to about this level. But then you raise it up when you're driving. We got a refrigerator. There's a 2-burner stove, a 2 double sink. What else? Oh yeah, there's a shower here with a shower curtain, and then also a toilet, a little closet, and then there's a bunch of storage places underneath everything. So it's not bad. It's going to work for us for our adventures, and we'll bring you along as we go. But old Wanagi, what are you doing, huh? But anyways, yeah, we're going to fix something to eat. It's what time is it? It's 8:20. We're up late, but because we fished till about dark, and then I called it, and then we had to pack the camper up because I was there for about 2 hours fishing. I had to leave Wanagi there. And you see that fly? Yeah, I know. I see him too. Anyway, she doesn't like flies. But we're going to make some dinner. Probably just something light, cheese and crackers or something. Maybe a quesadilla, actually. And I brought some tomato soup. It'd be really good, quesadilla and a tomato soup. But we'll see what happens. But we'll sleep in tomorrow, and then we'll go fish during the day. We don't have to be back in Boise till Friday afternoon, so we'll probably leave Friday morning to go back to Boise. So today's Wednesday night. We got all day tomorrow to fish, and we'll probably fish some of the big wood too, because she's not allowed on the Nature Conservancy. Even though she's a service dog, she would be, but it's probably, we can go fish on the big wood, and she can have fun and run around and swim all day. Tomorrow will probably be another nice day, and I'll fish for trout, rainbows, and then hopefully some browns towards Magic Reservoir. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, that's the plan. So all right, catch you tomorrow.